Welcome to the studying guide. How to revise and how to study for exams as a beginner. Let me just explain my story. So first of all, it's just my entire life I've never really learned how to revise for my exams. I know these teachers have been always telling me, oh yeah, well, you can spend this next week before your exams to revise. And I was just like, what am I supposed to revise for? I don't know how to revise. I don't know how to study. I remember the times where I'd have an exam the next day and I'd just grab some sort of textbook and just read it, and like that'll be my revision. I really just didn't know the exact techniques. I just didn't know anything about revising. And because of that, I made no progress. I was in like the bottom set in my school, and I actually did move. So I'm going to teach you guys exactly how I moved from the bottom set to like the middle set. So I actually did this over time, and it was only in 1 year. That's crazy. Like I spent 4 years in that bottom set, and then I finally moved up to that high, like middle level set. And I'm very, very proud of the work I've done, along with the passes in my GCSEs as well. I'm going to show you exactly the protocols I've used, the techniques, just everything in this full guide. I guarantee you by the end of this guide that you will be 100% more confident with your studying ability. You'll actually know how to revise and what to do when you have an exam coming up. And yeah, hope this guide helps you. And if it does, subscribe. I want to hit 100 subscribers very soon. Let's hop right into the video. Step 1. The benefits of revising. So you probably want to revise, but to motivate you to actually revise, you need to understand what kind of benefits you can get through revising for your exams. Like many guys out there literally go, oh, I can't be asked revising, can't be asked revising, can't be asked studying for my exam. You even just make excuses in general. You say, oh, I don't have the time for studying. Yes, you do, bro. If you didn't have the time, then you wouldn't be just wasting your time on PS4, watching movies, watching anime, doing like just scrolling on TikTok. I don't get the fact that you don't have the time. It's not about the fact that you don't have the time. It's about the fact that you're just wasting your time. You do have the time to study, but you've just got a crap mindset. So I want to teach you, first of all, just the benefits of revising for your exams. First of all, intelligence and confidence. You must understand that intelligence and confidence, you'll basically become more smarter and you become more confident. Respect from other men around you. Again, intelligence is one of the key to gaining respect from other men around you. So, and it's just like, it all comes down to your sets as well. I just remember like, I was kind of like less respected just because I was at a low set. As soon as I told someone my set, oh, I'm in set 5, I'm in set 6. As soon as I said that, they went. I could just tell that my respect like lowered down. I was like below them. I didn't want to feel that way. That's like that motivated me to actually study harder, was because of like that respect as well. Also, having a secure life and a secure future, you want to understand that if you actually want a better life in the future and you want to actually live a better life, live a more secure life. It's nice to obviously work in a business as well, but you should understand that there is a different path as well, and it is best off, even if you do want to make a business, like right now, like I'm doing YouTube. I still haven't like dropped out of college or something so I could do YouTube. No, I'm still focused in my college. It's still focused on your studies. It'll actually teach you discipline, which is the other benefits. So you actually learn a lot of skills through studying, like discipline, doing hard work, and not just that, like you learn more about focus, and you'll actually be more productive as well. Productivity is key. Like you'll actually be more productive than you ever have been, like in your entire life. So that would be like a really good eye-opening experience for you. If you've got specifically younger siblings than you, they will look up to you and they'll follow a similar life path. So if you're not studying for your exams, if you're not being productive, you're being a loser, they're going to follow that similar life path. Do you want your siblings to end up like you, bro? I need them to focus in school. It would be better if they're better than me. So, and also the fact that, getting a secure life path. Do you want your siblings to follow that similar path of getting like a secure life path and a secure future? That should be the goal. Step 2. Know your exam well. So I remember the days where I usually didn't know what was actually on the exam. I didn't even know what an exam was. I genuinely didn't know what to do. I didn't know nothing about the exam. I teach you guys exactly how to know your exam well, basically. 3 things you need to know: exam board, specific topics on the exam, and the equipment that you need to bring. So literally just ask your teacher what topics are going to be on the exam. Usually if it's a mock exam, you usually will get like a certain topics, and your teacher will usually tell you. So just pay attention to class, and if you haven't paid attention, then just ask the teacher at the end of the class. Just the same thing goes with exam board. Just ask the teacher. Usually you should already know, but it does matter if you're trying to do past papers and you want to find out what past paper you're doing. It usually will ask you, oh yeah, well, what's your exam board? So you need to know what your exam board actually is, or you're just not gonna, like, you might end up picking the wrong exam board. Let's say, for example, you're doing EdXL and you pick an AQA exam board. That will mean that you will have different questions, it won't make any sense, and you're preparing for the wrong thing. So if you really want to pass, you're gonna need to know your exam well. I also want to add in equipment. You should already know your equipment, to be honest. Sometimes I did forget my equipment back in the day, so obviously I ask, oh yeah, can I have a calculator and stuff. But you should be prepared for it. So obviously ask a teacher again, or you should just they should usually just tell you anyway what kind of equipment you should have anyway. So yeah, so just know your exam well, and that is the second step. Step 3. When to revise and time management. So you're probably saying, oh yeah, I don't have time to revise, but sure bro, like literally, like you do have time to revise, bro, you're just wasting time on like social media. Listen, you do have a time to revise, so manage your time properly, alright? So I'm gonna teach you exactly how to manage your time properly, when to revise. So on the weekends, specifically on the weekends, you have the time to wake up as early as possible. I used to wake up at the weekends at 1 p.m, 2 p.m, so I was a bit of a loser back then. Now I wake up specifically at 9 a.m. in the morning, so I can do my 2 hours of revision, or 1 hour revision, or maybe 30 minutes of revision. Just get it done first thing in the morning, no food, just some tea, no food at all, because that'll improve your focus. And just do it either really early in the morning at about 9 a.m, 7 to 9 a.m, I don't know, whenever, like as early as you can when everyone's sleeping, or you can do it really late at night, maybe 11, 12, or 1 a.m. And also, if you guys want to just implement studying throughout your day, I used to have the timings 7 to 9 p.m. Just basically that, implement studying every day. You should specifically have studying blocks. It doesn't have to be 1 hour, 2 hours. It could just be a block of time where you could actually just do some studying without having less distractions. So the best times are, like I said before, there's 3 timings. There's the either really early time, the really late time, and there's also just a time throughout the day, like 7 to 9 p.m. It could be 5 to 6 p.m. It doesn't really matter, like it doesn't have to be an hour. I will explain how long you should be taking to revise later on. Step 4 is how to structure your revision. First of all, stage 1 is preparation. So how to prepare is pretty simple. So what you want to do is actually prepare the day before, or maybe just a couple hours before you actually go to your studying session. So first, just get your bottle of water, get some tea. Obviously get your equipment out as well. So the equipment you should be using is obviously pen, pencil, ruler. If you really want to, you can actually invest your money into just getting some sort of like equipment set. Don't have food when you're revising, as it will actually reduce your focus, and it's better off you just fast throughout that time. That's why I said early in the morning when you're doing that like early revision on the weekends. What you want to be doing is just throughout that time, don't be eating any food, because that'll just like eating like carbs and stuff. I've actually stopped eating breakfast first thing in the morning. I just do my work, get my work done, and then when I'm done my work, when I've done that like studying block, if it's for 30 minutes, if it's for an hour, if it's for even 10 minutes, either way, I don't have any food during that time. I can have my breakfast after I've done the block. If you want to learn how to remove distractions, first of all, do it at a time when everyone's sleeping. Do it at a time where you actually are comfortable with. And also, do it when your phone is not with you. So just put your phone into a different room. That is the best tactic, trust me. I was literally revising for my exams, and I was like, you know, I'll put my phone all the way, like, I basically was revising in this room. It's like the attic room, and I was revising this room. I put my phone on the bottom floor, by the way. I put it on like in the back room, and I was like, I'm leaving it downstairs, bro. Like, I am not touching that phone. And I had a full focus. I was studying for 3 hours. I did most of my revision with no distractions. Before you do your studying block, as a preparation, you should straight away take your phone out of that room, because your phone is the biggest distraction. That phone you have is the biggest distraction, so that you need to take that out as soon as possible, or you're going to be procrastinating and waste. Stage 2 is the deep work. So deep work is basically where you do 1 or 2 tasks and you do it for a decent amount, like a block of time with no distractions. This is the best way. No Pomodoro tactics or whatever they call it. Yeah, if it works for you, do it, but I personally do deep work, which is basically just 30 minutes, 1 hour work with no distractions, no little breaks in between. I just do a past paper, get it done, and I won't be like, oh, past paper, oh wait, let me take a break half. No, forget that, that's last week stuff. What you want to be doing is doing a block of time with no distractions. Even if you're doing like light revision, you still want to be just like having a block of time where you can just have no distractions and you can do it. It all comes down to the task you're doing and how long it takes. So for a past paper, it usually takes about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Actually, to be honest, it usually takes an hour. So it takes an hour to do a past paper. That means it's an hour block of time. So during that time, you should have no distractions. So that'll be your hour deep work block session. For question papers, it'll usually take about 30 minutes, 20 minutes, so that'll be a 20-minute block. For your flashcards, maybe that'll be 10 to 20 minutes. Depends on how many flashcards you really have, or you really like what topic you're doing and how long it is. You know what I mean? Also, obviously, time yourself as well. Like I said before, like if you're doing like on a laptop or something, you can always just you put the timer on there. You could put the timer on your phone, but like maybe just put it into the next room and just keep the phone on loud so then you can actually hear. Step 5: how to revise. So studying techniques. The ones that worked and the ones that didn't work, and the ones I recommend. So first of all, 3 studying techniques you use. There is 2 heavy revision. So heavy revision is the work that you really should be doing, the most effective, the best, like just the best revision to be doing, to be honest. So heavy revision, I'll quickly just explain later on, but the 2 ones are, the 2 heavy revision tactics you need to be using is past papers and question papers. These are the best, and I'm going to explain the benefits of them. Past papers are used in maths and science. They are the most effective, I believe. I've definitely improved more in maths and science by using past papers more than like using like random studying techniques like watching videos and stuff. I prefer just doing past papers. It's a high leverage task. It should be the task you should be doing first thing in the morning. I want to add on that the task that I said do first thing in the morning, that shouldn't be doing flashcards. Instead, the only thing you actually should be doing is a high leverage task, the heavy revision. And the heavy revision I'd be doing would be a past paper. So first thing in the morning when you wake up on the weekends, the best thing to do is at maybe 9 AM, wake up and do that past paper. That is the best tactic. Very useful when it comes to cramming. I remember the day before the exam, I'd be doing flashcards, and that would be the worst mistake I've ever made, is by doing flashcards and called it cramming, when really the best cramming technique to use is past papers. Do as many past papers as you can before your exam. They'll usually use similar questions to what you actually have on the paper. So there'll be similar questions, and then your paper will actually feel like a past paper. So you'll actually like fly through it, and just think it's like another past paper to you. So that'll be really nice. Obviously, the best way you can find these past papers is through Maths Genie and through Cognito. Cognito was the science one I used, and Math Genie was the maths one. So you can look through both of these, sign up in Cognito, and you can just look through like the the past papers. Obviously know your exam well, so know your exam board and everything. And yeah, past papers is one of the best. Next is question papers. It's very similar. It's basically topic based questions. So if you're struggling on one topic, let's say for example you've done a past paper, you've marked it, and let's say one of the topics you've just really struggled on, maybe it is for science, it's like more like simpler, but I think for science, let's say you're struggling on electromagnetism or something, yeah, if you're struggling on that, you can actually do a full question paper on electromagnetism. If you're struggling in chemistry equations or something, and like the more maths questions, you could be doing a full question paper on them. So these are really nice if you're like struggling on a topic. I classify it as heavy revision, meaning that it's important. So if you want to bash that out first thing in the morning, that will be like an amazing studying tactic to use. The final one is flashcards. Now people hate on flashcards a lot. I classify it as light revision, as it's not too important, but it's definitely useful. I was gonna say useless. Now flashcards you can basically use in anything, but it's mainly used to memorize stuff. It is a waste of time if not used properly. That is like one of the biggest problems, that people don't know how to use flashcards. I'm going to explain later on how to do it. It is the least hardest one, but it just takes a lot of time as well. So yeah, that's really it. So it's just question papers, past papers, and flashcards. That is the 3. So the other light revision techniques you could be using are walkthroughs. So I remember before my exams, I'd actually just go through some like walkthroughs, like maths walkthroughs. These are basically really like nice, to be honest, because you can basically just quickly go through an exam, they explain it properly. This guy who's GCSE maths tutor, he has like these walkthroughs on his channel. There's also in English, you can use Waggle exam answers. So go to Exam Pro, and Exam Pro, it has these like exam answers you can be using. So this is really for English language. Guys go like, oh yeah, I can't study for English language, bro. Like yes you can. You can just look through these different like exam like answers, and when you have these like Waggle answers, what a good one looks like answers, when you have these, it basically like it'll give you a good understanding of what a question actually what a grade 9 question could look like. So you could be getting like a highest grade just by looking at what another guy has wrote. So it's actually really interesting. You could be using bad revision techniques are like looking through my notes and highlighting them and just like doing making mind maps. To say mind maps is good, trust me, it's not good. Crap revision technique. That's like really light revision if you just want to mess about. But trust me, it's not worth it. I believe the best revision techniques are the 3 I recommended. Too many videos on just like productivity and stuff like Ali Abdel and all these like other Hamza and all these other like YouTubers that were making too many productivity videos. It's nice to watch them and all, it's nice to learn from them, but I was watching too many of them. I was just kind of like just watching. I just never got to it. I preferred just watching one and taking action. So this is why my video is the best, because I'm making a full-on guide on this, and so as soon as you watch this guide, I want you to just like take action straight away. Don't be watching any more productivity videos. I've got the productivity guide is basically here. I'm basically teaching you how to study. Like, I was organizing my flashcards. It's nice to make flashcards, but I was organizing them way too much. Like, I had a certain color for them, and I wasted way too much time doing that. I should have just left them as it is, but don't organize stuff. Like, trust me, it's not worth it. Like, it's nice to be like the organized guy, but that's not when you got the time to do that. For you, it's probably, it's been like a month till your exam, maybe a week till your exam. So, bro, like, there's no time for organizing. Trust me. How do you actually use these tactics to succeed in your studying journey? So simple past papers, you can either print it out or you can actually do it as I do it. So I just basically put it on the screen. I just do the questions that are given to me, but I don't do the questions that I have to like draw for. I'd say it's nice to print it. Go to the library, just print out a few past papers if you don't have a printer like me, or you can just like put it on your screen. Just get a past paper on your screen and just do as many questions as you can. Flashcards, buy flashcards, or you can do online flashcards. There's like a debate with this, but I personally think like just normal flashcards are nice. Just don't spend too much time with them, and the way to actually make them effective is use the question papers that I've been telling you about, like them topic based questions. Basically find a couple of them and turn them into flashcards. So like the most known questions, you just turn them into flashcards. So if you go to different topics and then pick like a question in each one, or maybe in your textbook, look through your textbook and try and make questions out of it, put it onto your flashcard and make maybe 1 or 2 questions on the first page. This is a really bad example, but on this side you'll be doing like question 1 and question 2, and then on the other side you'll be doing the answer. And what you do when you're on the bus, you'll be like, alright, so question 1, yeah, this is it, and question 2, and then you get it right. And then let's say for example you get it wrong, check on the other side, then you put it onto one pile where you're like, alright, so that's my wrong, that's my right, and then you just basically make flashcards. It does take a lot of time, but once you have like questions on one side and the answers on the other side, that's when you actually will get it right. Don't put like make a passive paragraph when you're doing the answer side. Just do them in bullet points, and for the questions just write 1 or 2. So yeah, basically just go to your topic based questions and just pick a couple out, or you can pick them out from a textbook. This is my, I've got all these right, and these ones I've got wrong. So let's say, oh yeah, so maybe one you can just do one question. Yeah, sick. Alright, so I got that one right. Then you get your other one out, and then you're like, oh yeah, oh no, I got that one wrong. Put that on that side. And the ones that you got right, put them in your pocket or put them somewhere else. And then for the ones you got wrong, go back over them again and then just make a separate pile. So this is how you actually really focus on memorizing questions by yourself. If you're with another person, you can actually ask your dad, ask your mom, ask your brother or your sister. You can ask anyone just to ask you the questions and just go through them. And this is how you'll actually memorize it. Step 6, how to apply the knowledge you've learned. So you've done revision, you've been doing revision consistently, you want to learn how to actually apply the knowledge that you just learned. So first of all, past papers. We're going to be specifically talking about the 3 methods I use: past papers, topic-based questions, and flashcards. So how to apply past papers, you can't really apply them, but it's like, these questions will basically be on your exam, like these similar questions. So the only way you can actually apply them is just through doing more of them. Like, you can't really, like, you will probably like know how to do that question. So let's say for example you do the past paper, you've marked it, and you've got that answer right on one of the questions. Well, that question, if that came up on your actual exam, you would have like known how to get it right anyway. So basically you would have just like applied the knowledge you've learned. So what I'd just say do is just keep doing past papers consistently. First thing in the morning, wake up, do the past paper, and the way you apply that knowledge is just when you're in that exam, you'll already know what to do. I just want to add on that, when you're marking your exams, that is basically your application. When you're marking your exams, you realize like, oh yeah, I got this one right, I got this one wrong. That means like I'll be able to apply the knowledge I've learned like through the answers. And also you can look through videos as well. On Maths Genie, they have like video walkthroughs where they walk through the paper and they mark it with you, and that is the best way you can do it, and that's basically how you're gonna apply it. Struggling on a topic, well, the only way you're going to actually apply the knowledge you've learned once you've done that question paper, let's say you've done 2 or 3 question papers on certain topics, right? So let's say you've done 1 question paper on this one topic, you've done another question paper on one topic. Well, them similar questions will come up on your test, so the more you do them, the more confident you'll feel when you're doing them questions. So that's how you apply them. You just do them a lot more. And for flashcards, what you need to be doing is basically just, as like I said before, you can just go on the bus. Obviously, like I said before, use them effectively by having questions on one side and then bullet points on the other side. Basically, you just want to be going through them and make piles. So you have one pile where you've got them all right and one pile where you've got them all wrong. Just go through every single one of them. Alright, so I got this one right, got this one wrong, got this one right, got this wrong. And then when the ones you've got right, put them in your pocket or put them somewhere else. If you've got a different flashcard, just do the same kind of process, but like just know which one you actually got right. So maybe even just get a pen, just put an R on it and an R on it or an N on it, and the ones that you got an N on, revise them more. So you can either do that, or you can do, there's so many different ways you can memorize it. Best way to do it is just to have like a right and wrong, and just practice like, alright, got these one right, got these one wrong, and the ones you got wrong, you should just go over them more. Step 7. How to have a consistent study schedule. So you want to have a consistent study schedule. So you've been studying, let's just say you've done one session of studying, but you want to do that every single day. This is the best way you can make progress, is through having a schedule. I will basically create a schedule for you that you can just follow throughout the week. So to find out your timing and how long the task takes to be done. Some like deep work sessions can simply be like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Deep work is basically just like doing it with no distractions, like doing it with no breaks. So it can literally be a 5-minute deep work session, but you should try to keep extending it over time, just progressively overload. Just do 5 minutes of studying, then you just move it to like 7 minutes, 10 minutes, then maybe sometimes later on 15, 20, until it gets to maybe like about an hour. An hour is like the healthiest time to do a like a productivity deep work block. So that is like the best time. Plus you'll get more work done as well. Right now, I'm just going to quickly explain 2 of my studying schedules that I did. So my school studying schedule was pretty simple. I woke up at 7, got out of school at 8 or 9, and then I'd do just be at school all the way till like about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'd come back home at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I would basically just have that as my chill time. I wouldn't do any revision, I'd be just relaxing and also eating lots of food. And then at 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I would be in mosque. And then at 7 p.m. till 9 p.m, I'd be just doing a past paper or doing some sort of revision. I sometimes, during the mocks times, I would extend it to 11 p.m. New study schedule, which I'm really liking and which you should follow. What I used to do is during my day offs or during my weekends, I basically just wake up at 9 a.m. I wouldn't eat breakfast till 11 a.m. and I'd be just doing some sort of like deep work, so a 2-hour deep work on just doing a past paper and marking it. And then after, I just do some like light revision throughout the day. So I won't do any heavy revision because my heavy revision's already done. I can basically just relax for a bit, but I can still revise. So what I used to do is watch walkthroughs on different topics. Like walkthroughs, I used to go for videos, and that would be my light revision for the day. My GCSE schedule, I think that was more of thinking like just revising throughout the day, like just revising daily. I'd come back home from school, I'd revise, I'd wake up in the morning at 6 a.m. and revise till 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. So yeah, I did have a really good schedule for all that time. Step 8. How to balance studying and life. So you're probably wondering like, oh yeah, well I don't like studying all day, and I'm not a nerd. I want to just enjoy life, and I want to just like relax as well. Like why? Like I want to balance studying and life as well. In this part of the guide, I'm going to explain exactly how you can balance studying and ace your exams, and also just enjoy life. If you wanted to go to gym, first thing you should do is you need to be present. So when you're basically present, is basically when you're like fully focused. You have no like thoughts. You just do this. First thing in the morning, you do your revision, you do your heavy revision, so you do your past paper or do some sort of revision in the morning, before, even if it's not in the morning, just before your actual gym session, and then just go to the gym afterwards, so you're not like thinking or overthinking during your gym session, so you can just have full focus. Doing your heavy revision first thing in the morning or just before the gym, then go to the gym, work out, come back from the workout, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours later, go back into your studying blocks. If you want, you can do another heavy revision, you can do some light revision throughout the day, and that's basically how you do it. You just like literally do your most important work and then do your gym session. Or if you want, you can do your most important work, then do like some light revision, like looking for your flashcards, basically going through like walkthroughs and stuff, and then you can go to the gym like maybe later at night. That's what I used to do. I used to do all my revision for the day, and then right at the 9 p.m. and that's when I would be going to the gym. You're about to study, you're ready, alright, I need to go to study today, and your family tells you you're going out to your cousin's house. What are you gonna do? First of all, don't panic. First of all, I used to panic a lot. I was like, oh no, I can't do my revision. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm gonna fail the exams. No. First of all, your parents should probably understand that. Yeah, you've got exams and you can't go to your cousin's house. But I mean, sometimes you really do want to go, and I can understand that. During that time when you're at your cousin's house, you can just go through some flashcards, bring your studying equipment with you. You can play with your cousins anytime you want. But right now, you've got exams, bro. You've got exams to worry about. You don't got time for playing with your cousins. You can do that later on. If you really want to go play with your cousins, go play. You'll fail your exam. You've got to have priorities, bro. You've got to just understand, like, yeah, I've got studying to do, and I should just forget my cousins for now. I'll just focus on studying. The other way you can do it is by basically doing your debug task. Again, like I said, this is why it's so important to do your best task first thing in the morning. It's so it's out of the way, and so you can just do whatever you want throughout the day, or at least do less things throughout the day. Usually my parents used to go to their cousin's house, or we used to set off at about 12, 1, 2 o'clock. Just before that, at 9 a.m, wake up and just do it as soon as possible and get it out of the way. And then when you're at your cousin's house, bring all your revision stuff there and just do a little bit of revision here and there. If you still want to hang out with your cousins, then just bring your flashcards with you and just do some light revision. Having fun is nice, but if you're having fun and doing bad habits, that's really bad. Don't do drugs, don't be partying, don't be smoking, don't be doing any of this crap. Don't be just wasting time like on social media. Don't be just like going out. Like, it's nice to socialize and go out with your friends, but right now it's your studying time, bro. You got no time for that. You can do that after your exams, alright? That's a friend told me. He was saying, like, you can do everything you want after your exams. I had the summer holidays after that, so I literally only prioritized exams over the gym. I prioritized it over my social life. I prioritized it over that boxing thing I was talking about, like how I became like a boxer and I was beating people up in my school and doing like boxing like spars outside in the field, and I was like basically getting loads of like status. I lost my status. I removed it from my life. I literally just destroyed my status, and it went down. My popularity went down. No one cared about me anymore. But I was getting better grades. I was so focused on my studying, I just forgot. I don't want to fight anymore. I'm not fighting. I'll do it after summer. Step 9: game plan after exams. So let's start off with passing your exams. So well done, bro. It's the results day. You've got your results and you passed your exams. What are you gonna do, bro? Well, first of all, just understand that you passed, you deserve it, you've worked hard for it, and understand that you can relax now, like just a little bit. You can enjoy it, but I'm not saying, just indulge in the bad habits again, start scrolling again, just to kind of socialize more, go out with your mates a bit more, just enjoy life, go out into nature, just do the good habits again. I'd definitely go back to the gym. That's what I did. As soon as I got as soon as my GCSEs ended, I was in the gym consistently. 3 times a week I'd be just going, as it was also the summer holidays. I'd be just going consistently to the gym. And it was actually really enjoyable, honestly. I really enjoyed my life after that. And you'll also get a big confidence boost. All the benefits are going to start coming in once you get past your exam. Obviously, your studying plan after you've passed. So let's say you've actually passed, but you didn't get like the grade you wanted. Like you passed, and if you got like a 4, but you wanted like a 6, what you want to do is basically just up your standards. So that now you've like revised up till grade 4. Now you want to be doing like revision that hits like grade 9 spot. So right now you're revising for grade 4s, so you want to be revising for grade 9s. So yeah, just focus on working even harder if you didn't get the grade that you wanted, but that doesn't mean you failed. GCSEs, mocks, they don't matter. Failing an exam is just a stepping stone to success. That's what you should really think about. Like, failure again is just a stepping stone to success. So think of it as just like a test of your knowledge, instead of like, oh, it's a big exam and stuff. No, it's just a test of your knowledge to see where you're at. The mistakes you could have made is using bad revision tactics, just basically not understanding deep work and using pomodoros and like taking too many breaks. Also just procrastinating way too much. So best thing to do as a revision plan is to work even harder. That should be motivation. That failure should be motivation to work even harder. Don't give up, bro. You need to work harder. When I failed one of my exams, I was like really sad, but I was like, you know what, I can work even harder. I'm going to go into monk mode in September, October, and I'm just going to grind as hard as possible. Step 10: cramming. How to cram efficiently. So basically you got a month until your exams, or 2 weeks, or a week, or even a day. and you don't know what to do. You're panicking, like, oh no, what am I supposed to do? Like, oh no, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail. No. And you also are cramming, you're basically just cramming as much information as possible. You're going through your flashcards, hoping that that'll help. No. I want to teach you exactly how to cram efficiently. No light revision. Now I did say before, you'll have like some light revision throughout the day, that's nice, but this is for specifically guys that have like 1 day before their exam, 2 days before their exam. What you want to be doing is no light revision. No light revision. So no flashcards, no watching walkthroughs, none of that stuff, right? The only thing you should be doing is past papers. Now past papers were the best tactic I used before my exams. I remember I had 2 and 3 days before my exams. I actually passed this exam simply by doing at least 2 to 3 to 4 past papers every single day. So don't be wasting time doing flashcards, like finding your weak points or whatever, or watching walkthroughs or watching videos and stuff, like looking at a certain topic. Like, you don't have a time for that now, bro. Like, the only thing you'll be doing is just past papers, and learning from like your mistakes kind of through just doing more past papers. And that is like how I crammed and how I like crammed efficiently. Adding on just doing lots of deep work, going on to monk mode, just really focusing. And yeah, that's really how I crammed efficiently, just doing past papers, doing really effective revision. Yeah, thanks for watching today's video. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you've really like learned something from it. I hope you've watched the full video as well. And I'll see you in the next video. And I'm hoping you've actually become a better student. Studying is a very disciplined thing to do, and I hope that you understand that studying will help you more than anything. Like, once you understand like the benefits, you'll understand like you'll be more motivated to study, and you'll actually understand like studying is like good for me and I should be studying, and you have all the knowledge here on how to study. So yeah, see you guys next video. Become the ultimate man.